We are here with Minnesota State soccer head coach Brian Bahl following the Mavericks' two 1-0 victories this past weekend over Minnesota Duluth and St. Cloud State. Coach Bahl, can you talk us through those victories?
Yeah, well, this last week we spent a lot of time focusing on just our work rate and how hard we want to compete on a daily basis, and I was really pleased with how we came out and competed in both of those games. Our work rate was much higher, I think, than maybe it had been earlier in the week, and so that was a huge point of emphasis for us. So I was really proud of the girls for that. We would love to be able to capitalize more on our opportunities. We'll take two 1-0 wins against two quality opponents, but we're creating chances, and I think that's exciting. But we need to get to the point where we can finish those opportunities off and hopefully have a little more of a spread between ourselves and our opponents as we go through the course of games. So all in all, it was a great weekend, first weekend sweep of the season, but definitely a lot of room to improve on. Want to play a little bit more efficiently, I think, in regards to how we go about our attack, and the amount of time that we're giving teams on the ball is still something that needs to be worked on as well. So,
Coach, as you talked about, we're waiting to see the team score some more goals, but the defense has been spectacular so far, shutting out both opponents this past weekend. And Morgan Seamith was named NSIC Defensive Player of the Week. What has Morgan and the defense been doing so well out there?
Yeah, well, our back line has really held down the fort for us, and that's what we need them to do until we can start clicking on the finishing end of things. So that's obviously a huge part of what we do here is keeping teams off the board. So and that goes all the way from the back line through our front line. We want to limit our opponent's time on the ball and without having to deal with pressure. I think it's been decent to this point, but we can still work to improve in that area as well. And hopefully we'll be able to do that this coming week and this coming weekend. So.
Yes, this weekend the Mavericks face Sioux Falls on Friday at 1 p.m. at the pitch, and then Southwest Minnesota State on Sunday in Marshall, Minnesota. Coach, what do you look to see from the team this weekend?
I think just continuing to build on those weak areas right now. They're not massive weaknesses, but just cleaning up our game, playing a little bit smarter. I think we've got, like I said, the work rate end of it going in a really positive direction. So if we can just clean up certain areas, final third, how we go about getting to the final third, and then just making sure that we're continuing to be very organized and effective in how we defend teams, so that we don't give up silly opportunities.